Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, where probably one of my most favored and most important interviews of the year happens here on the Mountain Morning Show with our friend Suzanne Ruhlman, who is here to represent the Navajo rugs and the auction coming up this weekend. But she brought with her a special guest, and I'm thrilled to have H. Jackson Clark II. He's the owner of Atin Gallery. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Did I say it right?
You did say it right, absolutely.
My Native American skills lacking a little, but being partially Native American, I'd like to try to get it right.
You got it right,
anyway,
absolutely.
Thrilled to have you guys here. We've had so many of your pieces in here on the program, thanks to Suzanne. And I'm thrilled that you finally have joined us as well.
Oh, well, I'm glad to be here. It's exciting every year to come up to the University of Utah's Museum of Natural History. It's a great show and a great opportunity to show Navajo weaving to people that have never been exposed to it.
You understand this in a way that most people don't. So explain why this is so important to those folks in the Navajo Nation.
Well, the main thing to understand is that through an art, you develop a culture, and a culture is what helps you survive as a tribe. Right. And Navajo weaving is a difficult art form. It's been around for several hundred years. It began as a clothing item, and today is considered more of an art piece. But what's really happening is it's a hard, difficult skill to master. It's difficult to make any money at, and it's beginning to disappear.
The young generation not interested in this.
Not only are they not interested in it, but you can work at a fast food restaurant and get benefits and make more money than you can make weaving the finest Navajo rug in the world.
So we are at a point of diminishing returns for those folks, and once this generation dies, we may not see much of this.
That's exactly true. In fact, several of the weavings I have here today are done by women in their 70s and 80s. One beautiful Two Gray Hills. This piece is all natural hand-spun wool.
Wow.
The woman shears her sheep, cards the wool, spins the wool. Nothing in this is commercial. She's 89 years old.
How many hours does she put into that when you consider all those things, do you think?
At her age, it'll take her about 4 months to weave this particular rug.
4 months.
Right. It's amazing. And I've got another piece here that's, this piece is actually by
maybe one of my very favorites.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
But what's amazing about this is that all of these colors come from plants and berries, roots, things like that. But think about it. The woman had her sheep, sheared the sheep, carded the wool, spun the wool, cleaned the wool, went out and picked the plants, made the dyes, dyed the yarn, and wove the rug.
Made the dyes out of vegetables.
Made the dyes, right. Boiled it in an iron pot and dyed these yarns.
Wow. Just amazing.
And if you look at the quality of that weaving, I mean, it's just absolutely
This is very tightly woven.
Mm-hmm. It is.
This means more time.
More time. And this piece was at least 6 months in preparation and making, but there are maybe 30 women on the Navajo reservation that are still capable of weaving a rug like that.
Yet still an incredible price. This is just under $10,000.
Right.
Which, considering the craftsmanship, is a bargain.
Absolutely. And at this auction, where the proceeds go to the benefit the museum, people are going to be able to buy this at considerably less than that.
Really?
Absolutely. So
wow.
this is
almost
a wonderful opportunity.
Unfair.
What's that?
It almost seems unfair.
It does seem unfair. Now
wow.
But it's a good deal. Some of the other things that people ask.
I know what these can do medicinally.
There you go. That'll make you feel good.
That's right.
I'm going to take care of myself here while we're doing this.
Now, most Navajo weavers are women.
Right.
But we have some weavings by a young man who's actually a Navajo medicine man as well.
Oh, boy.
And what he does, he actually uses... yeah, isn't that beautiful? He uses these, his weaving to relax and meditate. He feels that when you do healing ceremonies for people, you tend to absorb some of those illnesses that come on. And to break away from that, he spends time weaving, and it allows his mind to settle down and make him feel better about what he does.
Got a perfect place for my, that one right here on my knees.
Right there, huh?
This is great.
And speaking of
This
medicine
might be
man,
my very favorite of all.
this is a recreation of a Navajo sand painting design that Anthony Tallboy, that medicine man, would be making. This piece is kind of neat. It won the blue ribbon at the New Mexico State Fair in 1980.
Wow.
Isn't that something? We were lucky enough to get this
amazing.
from a private collection for this auction particularly. So we're real excited about it.
Wow.
So all day Friday and all day Saturday at the museum, all of these weavings will be up and available, and
It's amazing.
It's a great opportunity to see over 100 Navajo weavings, some of the very best being woven today. So even if somebody is not interested in buying one, it's a great opportunity to come down, expose your kids to these beautiful weavings and to this art
The artwork.
culture.
Yeah. You know, right now, if you've got that modern mountain look in your home, this is going to go great with those grays and those blues. This is going to look perfect in there.
I think they'll look good in any kind of
I
home.
do
I mean,
too.
really, it's all how you put it together.
Right?
So it doesn't have to be your type of decor
Oh, wow.
necessarily at all.
Well, there's something for every one of them, for
Yeah.
sure.
There are.
I mean, we've got the American flag here. Let's talk about that.
This is kind
Where
of great.
does that not fit in? It
Well,
fits
this,
in anywhere.
you know, and you know, being a Native American, how strong the American flag has been in Native American art for years. This is one of the things that, get it right.
Thank you for getting it right.
It's one of the things that that they pride themselves on, and it started with a woman named Esther Harvey at Sawmill, Arizona, and she and her daughter started weaving these rugs about 40 years ago, and they become sort of a mainstay of the family.
Wow.
Isn't that a beautiful
Just
piece?
amazing.
It's,
You know, this would look beautiful on your wall.
yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
And this is an interesting piece. This is a recreation of an early, they call it phase 1 wearing blanket. The dyes in this are indigo, which
So
is
this would have been one you'd wrap around
This
you
is
and-
exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, let's show you how. Let's put it on.
Yeah,
you.
let's see.
Let's put it on you here.
I'm
See, it
more
would
than
fold
willing to
over.
give this a shot.
You're
here.
like a first phase Chiefs blanket wearer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now I feel like I can.
There you go.
We could properly sit down
There
with
you
a
are.
That
peace
looks
pipe
great.
Yeah, turn around.
and
Let's see.
discuss things.
Yeah, Ralph Lauren made a lot of money on these designs.
Yeah,
it's-
I'll say, right? Well,
They
you know, you
did,
embrace the
absolutely.
culture, you know, which is just
you look
amazing.
good in that.
I
It does.
feel
The
good, in it,
colors
which
are
is
great.
the point, really. Wow.
But this is something I want to highlight too. We have a number of pieces by young weavers.
oh, that's beautiful.
This young lady is only 27 years old, and that's one of the things. Is if you want people to continue to weave, we've got
gotta
to
support it.
have a market for them. So this woman did a beautiful job. There's over 80 threads to the inch in this weaving. It's
Again,
very
tightly woven.
Oh, very tightly woven, and you know the design is contemporary. It's not something that she learned from a trading post or a.
This is
you know,
her design.
This is her
We've
design.
not seen something like this, really. Honestly, we've had hundreds of rugs on this program. I've never seen one where we see the faces, the silhouettes of these people. It's just amazing.
Well, and she actually names her rugs, which is kind of interesting.
All right, what is the name of this one then?
This is called squaw dance, and
Oh,
squaw
beautiful.
dance is a ceremonial social dance that the Navajo people hold, and they go all night long, and people dance in circles all night long. And what happens is the women ask the men to dance,
Right.
and then in order to be able to sit down and rest, the man has to pay the woman. You know, give her $1 or something, then
Yeah.
he can sit down and rest, right?
Wow.
So she wove this and called it squaw dance. It was interesting. Her aunt years ago came in and said, you know, we see that you have titles on your paintings in the gallery. And I said, well, we do. And she said, well, we want to put titles on our rugs. And I thought, you know, isn't that perfect?
Well,
There
squaw
wasn't
dance
perfect.
seems like if only John Denver was alive, we'd have a great song to go with it. Wow, it's just amazing.
There we are, huh?
This is just spectacular. And as always, I want to thank you guys so very much for bringing them in. When can everybody else at home have this experience as well?
So we've added an extra day this year. It's
That's great.
Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay.
Friday is a preview day. All rugs will be out on display. We will allow people to buy rugs tomorrow for the buy it now price. And what you said and what Jackson said, that all the rugs have a retail value on them, but all the minimum bids are well below that.
Of
So
course.
people can get amazing deals on these incredible works of art. So Friday, all-day preview day. Jackson, also, if you own a rug that you want to know some information
have some
on,
values,
you can bring it up all
have them
day
look at it.
Friday. Jackson will do evaluations and tell you about restoration advice, all that sort of thing.
It's Antiques Roadshow for rugs.
Exactly.
And it's fun because every year at Utah, people bring in these rugs that are just terrific things that they've had in their family for years, and a lot of times they have no idea what they are. So even if you have a piece that you're not sure it might be a Navajo weaving, bring it down and we'll take a look at it.
Absolutely. He was
tell you
slammed
about
the whole day last year with people bringing their rugs up and wanting information on them. It was just pretty much nonstop.
And that's a lot of fun.
And then Saturday is the day that really the silent auction part begins, and you can choose to bid on rugs through the silent auction method, or you can still do the buy it now price. So, and I also want to emphasize what you said earlier too. If the prices frighten you, if you think there's no way I could ever afford one of these, come up and see them anyway. This is where you're going to see all these amazing works of art.
And
talk
see some
to
of the
such
artists.
an expert. Exactly. Jackson's sister Antonia will be there, and his mother Mary Jane, and they are charming and fabulous to talk to about this art form. So it'll be a great 2 days at the museum, plus an amazing backdrop for these gorgeous rugs.
That's right.
The
No,
museum
it's a perfect
is
spot.
incredible.
That's the most beautiful museum in the world. It's gorgeous, you know. Oh, and one other thing.
Yes.
What time is the talk? 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock on Saturday, Jackson will give a talk on the history of Navajo rugs. It's free. The show, the sale is free to the public. You don't have to buy admission to the museum to come and see and appreciate these great rugs.
I appreciate you being here, Jackson.
Oh,
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for
this
having
is-
us.
As I said, one of the most important things that happens here on the Mountain Morning Show is this opportunity to celebrate our Navajo Nation. They are our first neighbors. In fact, we're theirs, and we thank them for this opportunity to look at their culture yet again and the beautiful art, which it is. We need to support it. Make sure that you get down and check it out, and maybe bring something home for your teepee. Much more to come here on the Mountain Morning Show as we jump into the next interview right after these messages.
Thank you.